Hello, beautiful people. This is your girl, Nurse Abena, a psychiatric nurse practicing in the Republic of Ireland. Welcome to my channel. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. If it's the first time that you are coming across my channel, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share, and get information about relocation to the Republic of Ireland as a registered nurse or midwife. With this short video, I am going to address a question that I received from a follower, and the question is asking that if you are a nurse or midwife and you are coming to Ireland and you are either taking the OSCE or you are doing adaptation and you end up failing, what is your fate? What happens to you? So I'm going to use this short video to explain what happens if you actually fail the RCSI or you fail the adaptation. First of all, what I want to tell my fellow nurses and midwives who are in the process of becoming Irish nurses, the attitude that you need to have is a character of an optimistic kind of personality. I mean, you need to be positive for everything that you are doing, because you cannot go through the hassle of passing IELTS or OET, going through the NMBI process to get your decision letter, going through the hassle to find a job, and then you finally get into the country to complete the final parts of the process only for you to fail. I think it is not a good feeling, but in everything that you do, you need to activate your mind positively. That's the first thing I can tell you. Be positive for the process that you are beginning. Be positive throughout this Ireland process. Now let's face realities. If it happens that you finally get your decision letter, you have gotten a job, you get into the country and you are either coming to do adaptation or RCSI. Let's first tackle somebody who is coming in to take the Ireland OSCE. Now the good thing about the Ireland OSCE is that you don't have only just one attempt, you have 2 attempts. So if it happens that you don't pass all the 14 stations on the first attempt, the RCSI gives you the another chance to redeem yourself for the second attempt. And the second attempt, you don't repeat all the 14 stations, you only repeat the stations where you failed. Do you understand? So yes, you always have the second chance to redeem yourself if you are not able to pass all the 14 stations of your OSCE. So during your second attempt, you can be given about 2 weeks or 3 weeks to prepare yourself, and then you go in again and tackle only the stations that you failed in your first attempt. So if, let's say, out of the 14 stations you were able to pass, let's say, 10 of them and you failed 4, it means that you are only going in for the 4 stations, so for the second attempt. But if it happens that on your second attempt you still do not pass the failed stations, you still get a referral in your second attempt, then that means your journey of becoming an Irish nurse has come to an end. So that is it for an overseas nurse who is taking the Ireland OSCE and end up failing on his or her second attempt. Now let's look at somebody who is coming in to do adaptation. Let's not forget that adaptation period is for a minimum of 6 weeks and a maximum of 12 weeks. So it means that as you are doing the adaptation, if you are able to prove your competency enough to the examiners at the 6th week, the examiner can sign you off, meaning that you have passed on the 6th week, and then you go ahead to process for your Irish PIN. However, if it happens that at the 6th week your assessors are not convinced enough with your competency level, they extend the period for you, and so you continue doing the adaptation. The adaptation is more like you doing clinical assessment. If you want to have more details about both the RCSI and the adaptation, visit my playlist. I have already done a video to explain the difference between the adaptation and the RCSI. Just slide into my playlist and find that video and watch and get the full details about these 2 pathways. If you are not able to pass on the 6th week, they extend it for you. Some people are able to pass at the 7th week at the 8th week, at the 10th week, and it continues like that. But your maximum threshold is 12 weeks. So if you have been able to go through all the weeks and then finally you get to the 12th week and your examiner still says you have not proven your competency well enough to be an Irish nurse and therefore you have failed your adaptation, that is a very bad and a very sad situation. But it means that you have exhausted all your chances from 6th week to 12 weeks. You have exhausted it all and now you don't have any chance again. So what lies for you is to go back and go through the entire NNBI process again. So generally, failing either RCSI or adaptation, what are your chances or what lies your fate as a registered nurse or midwife who came from your country to complete the process to become an Irish nurse? Now, the only chances that you have is either your employer retaining you as a healthcare assistant in order for you to get a general employment permit to work and live in the country. And so that you use that period to start the entire NNBI process again, to get another decision letter to complete it and then get your Irish license. Or in a situation where your employer refuses to retain you as a healthcare assistant, your employer may ask you to go back to your country because they are not ready to do any immigration documents for you to live and work in the country. So you may have to go back to your country. If it happens that you have couple of weeks or months with your visa that you can actually stay here for some few months, you can actually use that period to look for healthcare assistant job in other companies. So if you are very fast and smart enough to find a healthcare assistant job during this period, then you'll be fortunate to get a general employment permit which allows you to live and work in the country as a carer. If you are not able to get this healthcare assistant job as early as possible and your visa expires, you have no option than to go back to your country. This can actually be very sad for you to go through all this process and end up failing the last part of it that is actually going to issue you with your Irish nursing pin. I pray this should not be the portion of anybody in the process of becoming an Irish nurse. All that matters is put yourself together, be very positive. If you fail in the first attempt, put yourself together and go positively in the second attempt. And if you are doing adaptation, put in your maximum effort to prove your competency level. You need to prove your clinical competency to your assessors in order for them to sign you off. Now, what do you do as part of your preparation towards your adaptation or your RCSI? What do you do? From personal experience, as a candidate who went through the entire process and went through the OSCE successfully, I will tell you that immediately you start your NNBI process, your preparation for RCSI and adaptation begins from that right moment. This is the time that you need to join hands with people who are also in the process. You need to find groups that are practicing for RCSI and adaptation and join those groups and start preparing. You can equally visit the RCSI preparation website for both the general nurses and the psychiatric nurses website, and then grab all information, all the equipment, all materials, all scenarios that relates to the stations of the OSCE are all on the website. Go onto that website and start your preparation. If you want more information on the RCSI station, I have a lot of them on my YouTube channel. Please make time and go through them to have a fair idea of how to prepare towards your OSCE. If you are in the process of becoming an Irish nurse, you have got your decision letter, you are looking out for a job, or you are still in the process and you are looking forward to start your preparation for either RCSI or adaptation, you can leave a comment under this video or send me an email and I'll respond to you. There is so much to learn, there is so much to prepare yourself for if you want to be an Irish nurse. I hope this video clarifies the question that I received. In all things, be very positive and prepare adequately for the journey ahead of you. I can't wait to see you all becoming Irish nurses. I wish you all the best. Slide into my playlist and you'll see more videos on the RCSI stations to help you in your preparation. See you next time in my next video. This your girl, Nurse Abena. Keep subscribing, like, comment, and share. Bye bye.